What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Ask a CISSP. My name is Ryan Williams, and it has been a very long time. I apologize. So I've been very busy at work. I've been focused on the other side of the Firewall podcast, but this one is near and dear to my heart, and I want to start it back up again. I want to answer your questions. So please subscribe to the other side of the Firewall, where we talk about the latest and greatest in cybersecurity news, as well as we highlight those movers and shakers and glass ceiling breakers, those people of color who've made it to the other side of the proverbial firewall, because you will get this podcast as well. It's the Thursday episode, right? So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday, Shannon, Levon, and myself. And then we have special co-hosts. Aisha Hollins was on this week, as well as last week was, or not last week, but a couple weeks ago was Gabriel Davis from CISSP. We want to definitely spotlight those people who are in those key positions, who are people of color. Continue to have them on the show. Levon, Shannon, and myself together have almost 60 years of cybersecurity and IT experience. So we definitely want to share that with everybody. And I definitely want to answer your questions on this episode. But let me jump into the first question. It's actually two people asked me questions about transitioning to cyber. I cannot remember the name of the young lady who asked me from help desk to cyber, but I still want to answer your question because I answered it in a post as opposed to in my inbox. But for Wesley Daniels, so he asked me this question almost a month ago. It was in my inbox and I couldn't wait to get to it. You see, I got the receipts right here, got my notes. So he asked, so currently Mr. Daniels is a sysadmin and he wants to transition to cyber. And he was trying to find out what certifications would help him in that transition. He's been specifically told to get the CYSA Plus, which was definitely a cyber cert through CompTIA. Then he goes on to ask about going into junior roles in RMF and then eventually going to project management. So those are three different questions. I want to answer one at a time. So when it comes to the CYSA, when I Googled what it was, because I don't own one myself, I don't have that certification, but I was kind of familiar with it. CBT Nuggets says that the CYSA focuses on a candidate's ability to apply behavioral analytics to networks and devices to prevent, detect, and combat cybersecurity threats through continuous security monitoring. So it's definitely cyber cert. It's more on the analytics side. So you'd be an analyst with that type of cert, which gets your foot in the door, right? So I'll definitely say if that is what interests you, then definitely pursue it. However, I think it's different than the progression you're looking for in going to RMF, right? So when it comes to RMF, I would suggest a different certification. So I also don't have this one, but I have friends who do have it. So it is the CRISC, or the Certified in Risk and Information System Controls. So CRISC through ISACA is what I call them, but ISACA, maybe something else. I don't have any search through them, but I am aware of them. If that is what you're looking to get into, then that would be a cert to definitely pursue. Looking through your LinkedIn, I see that you are either still in the military or prior service, so that you're both in the Air Force Reserve as well as the Army active. So you carry a clearance, you've already been in the DoD system, you might have some 8570 certs. So you already have a leg up on the competition. So if you want to pursue RMF through the DoD, you may already be qualified and ready to go. I would suggest that you look for ads, you contact the nearest base or whomever is providing contracts for that base and see if you're already qualified. However, CRISC may be the way to go if you want to go into that. Again, it's compliance. So RMF, for those who are unaware, is risk management framework. So that deals more with compliance and risk. RMF package builders get paid pretty good money. It's not the most exciting job in the world, but again, I kid about, it's boring stuff. But if you're not really big into I would say regulation, or in your case, Wesley, like AFI, so Air Force instructions, or DoD regulations, or Army regulations, It may not be for you, but with my background, I actually do enjoy that type of stuff. And it doesn't change drastically. So once you're good at it, you're really good at it. And it makes you very employable. So definitely something to look at. I've had young lieutenants and captains do their time, get out, and then go do RMF packages as contractors, making crazy loot. So definitely something to look into. So then your third question. So pursuing something that gets you into project management, right? So that will be your CAPMs or your Project Pluses, or ultimately your PMP. So I put them kind of wrong order. So like Project Plus through CompTIA, a little bit easier. CAPM, so CAMP or CAPM, sorry, CAPM is like half, they say is like less than the full PMP, but I've talked to somebody who's taken both and they said you pretty much are ready for the PMP. You just need the experience and what have you that to get in the PMP, which is like 5 years of project management, things of that nature. CAPM doesn't have those hard caps. They're a little bit smaller, so that may be what you want to get into. I would suggest, so if you're going for the analyst certification, try to do analyst work, beef up your resume, get your portfolio together, and just really understand cyber. If you're trying to do RMF, I would say pursue the CISSP, get into that, dig into those regulations, what have you. And again, if you have the clearance and you already have the know-how, you can just jump right into that. When I say jump in quotations, I mean, you have a leg up on others, right? So it's still hard out there when pursuing a job. And then if you want to go into project management, I would say that's further down the line, just because you're going to need more experience having projects under your belt. And again, you don't necessarily have to already have a project management job. Being prior military and being in the sysadmin role and being, like just keep going on and on and on, you've done projects. So that's something to definitely look into in the future as you build up your portfolio. So I would also suggest going that route. For the young lady who asked about help desk, it's a very similar answer to your question. You're already doing things within cyber. So you just have to figure out which domains you're already functioning in. So a big one is identity, access management, or IAM. That's a domain. You're also dealing with protecting clients. So you're doing cybersecurity in that you're making sure a client is protected from, the threat actors that are out there. So look into that as well. Like, what am I doing already within the help desk that is also applicable to cybersecurity? And I think you'll do just fine. Can't remember what certifications you currently have, but again, it's not all about certifications. It's about experience. What experiences do you have? How do you get those on your resume? It makes sense. So again, apply what you've already done into those domains in cybersecurity. So look at the CISSP basically structure, and then these are the domains that the certification covers, and then you can use those domains as answers to the questions on your resume. Like, hey, I'm help desk doing these things, supporting these people in these ways in these domains. So that would be the route I go. If you want to see an awesome, very quick video, but very, very, I would say, just good. I can't even think of the word to describe it, but like the entire production is really well done. Please check out Boyd Clois. So I think it's either Clois or Clois, BYOD CLEWIS. I'm going to share his video on my page. Please check him out. The video is like less than a minute, and he goes into like great detail on the transition and just how you can apply what you already do into that transition. I'm not doing it justice. Please check it out. The bro's video, amazing. And very quick, right? So it gets you what you need very quickly. So definitely check him out. Please hit me back up. Like, share, subscribe on the podcast. I will produce more of these. I will even produce these when you don't ask me questions. I will go find questions to ask myself to be able to give you that information. So that way you guys can listen to an episode of the podcast every day of the work week. So leave me some feedback, like, share, subscribe. Stay safe, stay secure.